What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the New York Rangers acquiring pending free agent Brendan Smith from the Detroit Red Wings in exchange for a second and third round pick in the 2017 NHL entry draft. So the Wings have pretty much given up on their quest of going to the playoffs for the 100 billionth consecutive year, which when you have the worst record in the Eastern Conference kind of goes hand in hand, and are 11 points out of a playoff spot. So that streak is at its end. All good things must come to an end. Is what it is, to quote Bill Belichick. Getting 2 draft picks back, good move by Kenny Holland out there in Detroit. My issue here is with the Rangers. You have almost no tangible assets in your organization, and you liquidate 2 decent assets to acquire a free agent defenseman that's not good enough to get you over the hump. And I'm going to be the Rangers fans are going to call me a hater for saying this. I got news for you. Your team's not going to the Stanley Cup final this season. As of right now, they are the 5th best team in the Eastern Conference, in my humble opinion. Washington, Pittsburgh, Montreal, and then Columbus, and then I guess the Rangers. And, does Brendan Smith help you a little bit on defense with Klein and Girardi hurt? Yeah, even though he's a lefty, those two are righties. Yeah, he does. Helps a little. But not enough where guy Shattenkirk, I think, could give you that little bit of a factor to get over, help you win a couple more games in the playoffs. And all due respect, Henrik Lundqvist is no longer the goalie that you can ride to the Stanley Cup final. Those days are over. He's right now having the worst season of his career, and I got news for you. At 30, he'll be 35. What's today? Tuesday, so Thursday. So happy early birthday, Hank. I'm not knocking you as a person. You're handsome, and you're married to a Swedish princess, and you've got more money than I do, and you're like the most popular athlete in Gotham City. But you're not the same goalie you used to be, Hank. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rangers fans. This is just a fucking reality of it. You've been liquidating assets, trade deadline after trade deadline after trade deadline. The team hasn't had a first-round pick since 2012. Brady Shea, hell of a pick, by the way. And now it's like, oh, well, let's give up a 2 and a 3 for Brendan Smith when he's going to walk as a free agent July 1st. And this team isn't good enough to make a run to the final. Could Hank maybe steal a series, turn back the clock? Sure. But can you for 1 second see this team beating fucking Montreal and then Pittsburgh and then Washington, or even Columbus? They'd have to go through at least 2 of those 4 teams. That's not happening. It's just not. That's not where the Rangers are as a fucking team anymore. And a lot of that has to do with Lundqvist getting older and a little more ineffective than he was. I'm not writing him off for dead, because I remember when people in New England wrote off a 37-year-old quarterback 2 years ago, and all he's done in the last 2 years is win 2 more fucking Super Bowls. But Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, I thought Glenn Saylor wasn't making trades anymore. But and again, is it a king's ransom for Smith? No, but these are assets that can help you. And again, Brendan Smith, nice player. Great college hockey player, by the way. I loved watching him at Wisconsin. But he's not going to get you past those teams. And I think Shattenkirk probably would have, and then you likely would have re-signed Shattenkirk. I don't know, Rangers fans. I've been saying for years, when this run for the Rangers comes to its end, their run of being, an elite team in the Eastern Conference, top 5 or 6 team in the East, with Hank and all that, I said it's going to end poorly. Because, again, they've been liquidating assets every year at the deadline. You give up a first and Duclair for Yandel. You give up, 2 firsts and Callahan for Marty St. Louis. You give up firsts for, a first and Dubinsky for Rick Nash. There's a lot of, pieces getting chipped away. And, unfortunately, all you have to show for it is 1 Stanley Cup final appearance. That's it. Say what you want about the Kings falling on hard times, but at least they won not 1 but 2 Stanley Cups. So we'll see what happens. Again, like Brendan Smith as a player, really don't like this trade for the Rangers. Anyway, that's all I got. Episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.